Rose Henry.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr.
Use your mic, please.
Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Anesta St. Henry. My husband died a few weeks ago of 9/11 related brain cancer. My husband, Candidates, was only 52 years old when he died. He missed our son's prom. Which was last week. And he missed out on our fantastic search for our jacket for him because the one we bought was too small and too short. Oh my God. So after that, we were able to get a jacket for our son, and I just miss my husband because we would have a good laugh at that jacket, the way it fitted him. Candace was the, oh God, he was the life of my family. Oh God. He will not be there for my son's graduation, which will be on the 19th of this month, and many other kids his age that lost their parents. The parents will not be there for that. And also my daughter, his only daughter, wedding. We do not know what day is that, but he will not be there to walk her down the aisle. So not to have to make that, oh God. Oh God. So not only do I have to make up for his missing present, but I have to be worried about whether we will have enough money for our son's college and living expense. The reason I have to worry is because Congress thinks it is okay for my husband's life to be worth at least 70% less than what other construction workers have had died of before coming sick from being at ground zero. If he died 2 years ago, everything would be okay. I feel horrible for those that live. Oh God. I feel horrible for those that will die 2 years from now because of their family as well. Oh God. I feel horrible for those who will die 2 years from now because of their family will not get nothing. Candace was a construction worker and a proud man, husband, father, son. He went to work every day. When he was assigned to Ground Zero, he was also a proud American. His job at Ground Zero was to wash the dust and debris from the trucks before they left for the camp and to make sure everything was secure and nothing was taken out. They wanted to be sure human remains were not going to fall off the trucks on their way to the bucket. While his job may not sound glorious, he was proud of it and proud to say he worked at Ground Zero. After his time at Ground Zero ended, he worked every day as a construction laborer and raised our family. We are not rich, and we live from paycheck to paycheck, always with some sort of credit card bills. Although he left Ground Zero in 2002, 15 years later, Ground Zero came back to him. Candidates was diagnosed with glioblastoma and a rare brain cancer. We were told it was extremely rare. We then learned that there are many 9/11 responders with the same cancer. Glioblastoma is a death sentence in which it took 2 years, and it took 2 years. It eventually killed Candidates. It took his mind a few months before his death, and while we took care of him for the last few months, he was already gone. My son would come home from school and my daughter from work and would say, "Hi, Dad," and there was only a glaze. And sometimes there was nothing. He only wanted to talk to his dad about his day, and that was gone. When candidates got sick, that ended the paycheck and benefit. Thankfully, the World Trade Center Health Program picked up all of the expense for his care and treatment. They were wonderful at Queen's program, and we wouldn't have survived without them. We were also able to get some help from the VCR and receive an award for his cancer. They worked so quickly to get that for us because they knew he was dying. Thank you for them for that. Please do not cancel them. They are very good. They help us very well. But now for candidates gone, but now that candidates is gone, we do not know what is going to happen. We do not have life insurance. We do not have a pension for a pension or any benefit from his job. Not even his death benefit we got. Our only hope was the VCR, and now we do not know if there will be much from them now, because he died after February 2nd, which was also his birthday, 2009. We will get at least 70% less than others that died sooner. My husband was a proud man and never looked down on others or thought that he was better or his life was worth more than that. But I can tell you that his life is not worthless than anyone else. And I knew my husband would be proud to be here in person than I talking to him, because we should have to recognize these people that work down there, because they are more important than anything else. They were the one who pick up everything else. And now that he's gone, we do not know what we are going to do without him. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ms. St. Rose Henry, and let me say that we are here today to help make sure that Congress does not think it's okay that your husband's life is worth 70% less than other construction workers or than anyone else's. I thank you for your testimony. That will help in that goal.
And for those who, in the 18 years since, the tens of thousands of men and women, first responders, relief workers, local residents, whose testimony was so moving, and I read it last night, but to hear it in person, Ms. Henry, I know that was very hard for you to articulate just how important this bill is to you and your family, but it's definitely had an impact. And it has an impact for my district as well. We have 29 from the 6th District of Virginia who are on the list of having benefited from this fund. We have to make sure that not only every year on September 11th that we never forget, but every day we owe it to the men and women here, we owe it to the men and women who sacrificed on that day and in the weeks after to renew this fund. So I appreciate all the hard work. Your education had an impact on me, not just because of my experiences on 9/11, but also in learning about your stories, learning about the stories of each and every first responder, each and every construction worker, Ms. Henry, your husband, and that's why I'm glad to be a co-sponsor of the bill. Ms. Henry, you spoke of your husband's pride in his work, the job that he was doing. He knew he was a part of something bigger, of something that was a moment in our nation's history that will never be forgotten. And I know that he brought that home with him at the end of his day. Can you speak to that pride with which he did his job?
I know when my husband worked with local center and they transferred him over there, I don't think, we didn't have anything in our mind that he would, all this debris and all these things was out there, that we would get that. He went to work with pride. I remember my son Justin being almost 1 year old, and I remember he's sitting in the back of the van every Saturday morning We'd drop him at work, and then about 2, 3 o'clock, we'd go back and pick him up, because on a Saturday, I don't work, so it was my pleasure to take him down there. And he was happy to work there. And I'm telling you, I have the badge, that badge he had when they gave to enter that building. He never threw it away. He hold on to that badge. He said that's his memory. For anybody talk about 9/11, he has that to tell them, yes, I did work at 9/11. I wish I had hold that badge to show it to you right now. And that's the badge we have. That's the pass, not a badge, a pass. He had to scan that and walk in. And this is the pass that we have that reminded us. And my husband going through all his sickness, we never thought that it was 9/11 until we met Dr. Dimopoulos from North Shore Hospital. That's when they referred to him. And in talking to him, he said, that sound like what your husband had. Did he work at 9/11? And then it came to my husband said no, because he didn't remember. But going back into his pile of papers and stuff, here comes the bag, his pass. And like, oh my God, he did work there. And then we brought that up. And that's how we spoke to Matt. And Matt have us right here. And I'm thankful that the VCM is still there with us to help us, because my kids, they miss their dad so much. His only daughter. We don't know. She's going to walk down the aisle one day. What am I going to do? Maybe Justin or Kendall, his oldest son, Kendall is not here with us. That's who have to step in for the father, step in as a father. And my family who's stepping in as father, this morning we woke up, we drive up last night. All we could do is talk about him if he was there. He's our navigator. We don't need a navigator. Anywhere we go, he knows. Make a left, make a right, and we would be right there. We went to Canada, we went to Georgia for the first time, and we were like, we don't know where we are. And he said, don't worry, make a left, make a right. There's a circle in Georgia, we keep going, and he tell me, we're going to circle, take the first right, take the first step, and that's what it is, sightseeing. On a Saturday, when he would say, get up, 5 o'clock, wake up, let's go out. Where are we going to? Anyway, just jump in the car, we would just leave. That's how we discovered Pennsylvania. That's how we went to different places, and we miss that. Right now, we want to go out, but he's so much in our memory. Driving up last night was not an easy task. It was not easy, and I'm so happy that he helped Justin just got his driver's license. He was the one who showed him some of the shortcuts, although one day he did it, he told Justin, follow the police car, and as Justin was, oh, Justin realized, I'm following the police car and I'm going to somewhere. Justin checked himself, and then we still all laughing. You don't have a memory anymore. You're making Justin follow the car, going to the wrong direction, and we had a good laugh at it. So coming up last night, Justin is driving, and we just thinking, if Daddy was there, he'd tell me, make a left, overtake this car, take this nice thing, and the police is down to catch you. He said, no, Daddy would tell me to stop. The police is down there. So we really missed him, and my husband did enjoy working at Ground Zero. That was his pride. He tell everybody, I did work at Ground Zero. I know what it's like. So we really, 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 really miss him. Really, really miss him.
Thank you very much. I hope that we can pass this bill. I appreciate everyone for their testimony.